Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe now this start video. According to Wednesday, February 12 spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Y&R, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, and Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, lose control in Paris, and Sharon Newman, Sharon case will be rejected. Let's start by discussing Sally and Billy's vacation, which will enable Sally to combine work and play. Naturally, Sally may find it difficult to concentrate on her work while Billy is around to woo her with romantic gestures. Together, Billy and Sally will go on an exciting journey that will cause them to lose emotional control. Sally may realize she's in too deep for that at this point, despite her best efforts to be vigilant and guard her heart. Billy and Sally will probably only need to have faith in one another and hope that their romantic journey doesn't end badly. Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Grazietti will have to make a tough decision once he returns to Genoa City. Daniel has many concerns about Billy's presentation, despite the fact that he liked the concept of concentrating on something different and removing himself from his grief over Heather Stevens, Vale Bloom. Daniel has excellent reason to be concerned because he is aware that Billy frequently fails at all of his endeavors. The involvement of Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, who brings her own wildcard status to the table, makes that particularly true. Phyllis, however, will keep promoting Abbott Communications as a fantastic possibility in the hopes of persuading Daniel to provide some positive news to Billy shortly. On Wednesday's episode of Y&R, she will have a cold encounter with Sharon over with Summer Newman, Allison Lanier. According to our predictions, Sharon will apologize for her role in the recent nightmare that Summer's family endured. Sharon will continue to feel guilty for disposing of Heather's body and providing Daniel with false proof, even though Ian Ward, Ray Wise, and Jordan, Colleen Zenk, bear the most of the blame for what transpired. Billy and Sally set out on a vacation that promises both personal and professional stakes at the beginning of the episode. Sally is excited to mix work with play, although she could find it hard to concentrate while Billy is around. She won't be able to keep a professional distance from him because of his charming and amorous actions. It's evident that Sally is starting to feel more strongly for Billy, even if her first goal was to keep her heart safe and careful. Both of them will become emotionally unstable as they become closer while in Paris. As they continue to explore new territory together, it will be an experience that will push the boundaries of their self-control. Even though Sally wants to protect her feelings, it appears that she has gone too far to go back. There is no denying the chemistry between her and Billy, and they will need to learn to trust each other as they work through their developing relationship. Even if their relationship may get intense, they will both need to consider the likelihood that there may be dangers along the way. Will their journey end in heartache, or will they be able to keep their bond? Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Grazietti, is back in Genoa City and must make a tough choice. He is doubtful about Billy's suggestion, but he is amenable to trying something new to take his mind off of his sadness for Heather Stevens, Vale Bloom. Daniel has misgivings since he knows from experience that Billy tends to take on more than he can handle, and that his endeavors tend to fail. The addition of Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, whose capricious personality makes her a wild card in this scenario, further muddies Daniel's choice. Phyllis hopes to persuade Daniel to consider Billy's presentation as she keeps promoting Abbott Communications as a fantastic possibility. Phyllis is tenacious and will encourage Daniel to share some good news with Billy in spite of his reservations. However, given his prior experiences with Billy's unsuccessful endeavors, it is unclear if Daniel will be willing to take the risk. In the end, will Daniel choose to work with Billy or avoid the hectic Abbott Communications environment? When Sharon meets Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, to apologize for her part in the horrific experiences that Summer's family has gone through, the plot takes an emotional turn. Sharon regrets her actions, especially her part in disposing of Heather's death and fabricating evidence to frame Daniel. Even if Ian Ward, Ray Wise, and Jordan Colleen Zenk bear the majority of the blame for the mayhem that broke out, Summer isn't prepared to forgive Sharon, despite her sincere desire to apologize and make atonement for her role in the event. Summer expresses her reluctance to forgive Sharon for what she did in a heated exchange by rejecting her apologies, the hard fact that Summer might never forgive Sharon for the suffering she inflicted will have to be faced by her. After this interaction, Sharon is forced to reconsider how she plans to make apologies. It appears that if she wants to mend the split with Summer, she will need to devise a new plan. Will Sharon be able to win Summer's forgiveness, or has she ruined their relationship forever? Sharon's unsuccessful apology to Summer is not the end of her mental suffering. She will continue to be plagued by the weight of her guilt in the days ahead. Although Sharon has always been a person who wants to help people and put things right, she is at a crossroads in this situation. No matter how hard she tries to make amends, some of the wounds caused by her actions may never fully heal. Sharon finds the rejection of Summer difficult to accept. Dealing with disappointment in her own life is one thing, but it is heartbreaking to consider that she might have ruined her relationship with her daughter. Although Sharon really tries to ask for forgiveness, individuals she has harmed feel that her efforts fall short. An apology is not always enough to mend emotional wounds, and there are instances when the pain is too great. It will be interesting to observe Sharon's future behavior as she deals with the consequences of her acts. Will she back off and allow Summer the ruin she requires, or will she keep pushing for reconciliation and risk further alienating her? As she attempts to deal with the agonizing reality of losing the confidence of those she cares about, Sharon's internal conflict will probably play a significant role in her plot in the upcoming episodes. Sally and Billy's relationship is getting more heated back in Paris. There is no denying the chemistry they have had together, and it is obvious that their relationship is more than a passing fancy. However, there are concerns about the future of their relationship because their emotions are running high and their professional boundaries are beginning to merge. Despite their occasional arguments, Billy and Sally have always had a certain spark between them despite their relatively different personalities. Particularly with regard to love and trust, Sally's past has been tricky. She is reasonably wary after a string of unsuccessful relationships and heartbreaks. However, Billy's genuineness and charm might be dismantling those barriers. Will their impetuous feelings drive them in a negative direction, or can they actually make it work? Both of them have a lot on the line. Sally may believe that this connection is just one step away from being the distraction she doesn't need after working so hard to improve her life and career. Billy, on the other hand, can find himself making snap decisions that endanger everything he has fought for since he has a history of allowing his feelings and personal life to influence his professional decisions. As the show goes on, the reality of their circumstances will sink in, and they will each have to determine whether their romance is worth the danger, even though their trip to Paris may have seemed like a perfect getaway. Fans of The Young and the Restless will be left wondering what will happen next as the upcoming episode builds on the emotional tension that has already been generated. Among the plot lines that are escalating in Genoa City are Daniel's business predicament, Sally and Billy's romantic journey, and Sharon's search for atonement. It's obvious that Y&R has many surprises in store for its audience because each character is dealing with significant events in both their personal and professional life. The Y&R episode on Wednesday is expected to be filled with difficult choices and emotional turmoil. While Daniel must make a crucial decision about Billy's business plan, Sally and Billy are navigating their developing relationship on an emotional roller coaster. In the meantime, Summer's rejection leaves Sharon struggling with the idea that some things might never be forgiven, forcing her to face the consequences of her actions. The turmoil in Genoa City is obviously far from over as the individuals try to find their footing in complex relationships and high-stakes circumstances. As these plots develop further, fans can anticipate many surprises. In the days ahead, expect more passion, intrigue, and emotional revelations on The Young and the Restless.